Good morning, Christine Faulkner with Cava and Faulkner Attorneys at Law in Elk Grove, California. I am Elk Grove's legacy attorney, living trust lawyer, Sacramento succession planning lawyer. Thanks so much for tuning in to another edition of the Daily with Christine. And today I wanted to talk about a presentation I listened to on Facebook with Sloan of Warriors of the Heart and Laura Gisborne, who owns Legacy Leaders International, I believe is the company. And the conversation was about business owners and philanthropy. And so if you are a woman in business and you are looking for a way to show up in a more meaningful, deeper way, this conversation today is about philanthropy, how you can mindfully build this into your business and why it's so important. And so listening to Laura and Sloan talk this morning about the benefit and how wonderful it is to be a woman in business and to be so grateful for the opportunity to, of course, make money in our own businesses, but also how to round out our businesses even more fully and show up in a way that not only makes us money, but also makes us feel great about giving back to our community and the world. And speaking of our community, this is one of our initiatives, is to always be giving back to our community. And of course, with the pandemic, it's been difficult to rabble-rouse the group, as we say, to reach people more deeply when their attention has been focused on the pandemic and how to get people interested in giving. But it's something that we as a firm, it is part of our mission to help our community. And so listening to Sloan and Laura talk about how we can mindfully, as women, create a giving circle in our business by intentionally choosing that to help causes that are near and dear to our heart. I just loved this topic and wanted to talk about it a little bit today. And listening to Laura talk about international groups that are helping girls and women and people around the world who are living in poverty to live bigger and better lives. And I can't remember the names of the organizations other than Pachamama, and I can't even remember what they do, so check them out. But talking about helping people with our intention by giving back a portion of the profit that we make to help other people live greater lives. The one that resonated with me was to create microloans for women in India and Pakistan, across the world, to empower them to start their own businesses, to support their own families, and so many things that we take for granted in our own lives, which is the wonder and gift that we have to make money to support the people we love in our lives, and empowering other women and people to do the same for their families. What is that saying? Teach a man to fish, he can feed his family for the rest of his life. I don't even remember this saying, but it's so important to empower people to learn how to support themselves in their lives, and coming up with a crowdfunding way to do that, to make micro loans or to give to organizations that fund these types of initiatives for women. One of my focuses this year is to really be female focused, to support organizations that support women in business, women around the world. But of course, on a wider spectrum, people in general are the focus of our business and helping humanity. And so it was such a moving thing to listen to why doing this from an authentic place is meaningful to me, and how so many organizations will engage in philanthropy because it's a PR maneuver. But on a deeper level, if it speaks to you, if it speaks to your soul, if it speaks to your heart, to be able to come from a place of giving and having this deeply ingrained in your mission within your own organization. How wonderful and cool is that to be a woman in business where you're actually supporting other women in your community on a macro level or a micro level or on a macro level around the world, to be giving back part of our resources to make the world a better place, but doing it from a place of authenticity, not doing it because it's a PR move, because that actually doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good, at least to me. I want to give back to those organizations, and for us, it's been animal based, but we did a fundraiser for single moms over the holidays, and it felt so wonderful to see such an outpouring of love and support from our community who donated to help these women help their own families have a wonderful Christmas. And so not just being in business and serving our community in the legal field, but also being able to help other people, to support them, their families, and what makes them feel great and empowered as well to be able to show up for the people that they love in their lives. So something a little different today for sure, but I wanted to definitely, shout out to both of these women who so inspired me to think about how we can really, as women, create our own lives. And not only women working in business, whatever your line of work is, but creating a business that deeply impacts us and allows us to show up and feel great about what we do, not just in the services we provide, but to be able to help humanity in general. I know, speaking for myself, that feels really good, not to think about just patting my own pocket and, looking at the bottom line, but to be able to give back to our community to raise funds or to take a portion of the resources that come into our law firm and to allocate those intentionally to help others. So thanks for watching another edition of The Daily with Christine. Subscribe to our channel if you like our content. Tell me what you'd love to hear about, and we're here to help our community through education. As you know, I am an estate planning attorney, and if we can help you in any way to guide you, give you information, I know that we can powerfully show up to do that, and I would love to have the opportunity to work with you one-on-one. If that seems like a good fit for you, reach out and tell us how we can help. Have a great Friday, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.